Hi guys, Super Mario 3, and I saw the PS5 reveal. Is it a reveal? As they build it up to be? Is it really a reveal? No, it wasn't really a reveal. This is more like nearly an hour long discussion of the system's hardware storage. And something that, and before anyone says in the comments, oh, well, that's what I built up to the whole time. You should have known better. Look, I get that. Yes, I get it's fine. You also want to showcase, the other stuff about the console besides just the console itself. But I would really love it because if they are able to talk about what they're storing inside the console, shouldn't you at least show us the console itself? I mean, Microsoft was able to do that when they showed off the Xbox Series X at the Game Awards. I don't understand why Sony can't do the same. Not to mention, the event itself is so fucking boring. It's so damn boring. There is just like nothing but, ramblings about, the PS5 will hold something HMD. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. And quite frankly, I don't give a shit. I just care about the damn system. Okay, the only thing, the most I got out of that I remember that's kind of a highlight is okay, cool. At least you're learning mistakes from the PS4. Sort of is that the PS5 will be backwards compatible with PS4 games. Sort of, because all I got from there is he said oh, there will be at least 100 PS4 games that will be playable on the PS5 at launch. I'm like, what does he mean by that? Because it's clear that Sony hasn't been learning much of their mistakes from the past. When it comes to backwards compatibility with their systems. I mean, the PS2 did great though. I mean, it's able to play PS1 games. PS3 was only to play PS1 games. For some reason, couldn't play PS2 games. PS4 is fuck backwards compatibility in general. Until much later, where you can just digitally download games that you already owned. I don't want to buy those games again. With PS5 though, it's I can play almost all PS4 games. Almost all PS4 games. I hope it's backwards compatible with other PlayStation generation consoles too, but that's highly unlikely. It's gonna be like that. I would also if you're not gonna show off the console, okay, could you at least show off the controller at least, or give us a price? Something that could convince me that the PS5 is gonna be worth my time. Something that I could probably run out to the store and buy. Anything like that. At this moment, I'm pretty much kind of gravitating towards getting the Xbox Series X first. I'm not one of those guys. Look, I'm not one of those gamers who's Microsoft's great, Sony sucks. Sony's great, Microsoft sucks because, well, in case you don't know, I'm a rebel. Okay, I love to support all companies. I like to support all companies and give all their consoles a chance. I get the right time and money to do that. Honestly, I was able to have the right money for that. And I usually get Sony first, then Xbox. This year, I might go Microsoft first, then Sony. That's what's starting to look like so far. Also, with Xbox Series X, hey, at least there's Halo Infinite to look forward to. If it's better than Halo 5, please be better than Halo 5. And as in terms of the so-called console reveal itself, it's nowhere near as bad as... Look, I don't think anything's going to top the PS3 reveal or the Xbox One reveal in terms of, awful console showcases. But this is just a mediocre, forgettable event. That's what it is. That's pretty much all it is. I hope later, in later events, Sony will be able to convince me to get a PS5. Please show us the actual console. Show us the actual controller. Give us a price. Don't go $5.99, please. And show us some games. The only game I never realized so far is Greedfall, which was at first going to be PS4 exclusive, but then they decided to make it a PS5 exclusive. Which looks like an okay RPG. But yeah, I don't have too much hopes for this new generation of consoles. All right, about that, let's get some user questions. Oh, for God's sakes. Phone likes to work when it feels like it, and it's really fucking annoying. All right. This first question comes from Metalland Fan 2004. Have you seen the TV series Law and Order, including the spin-offs? I've only seen like bits of Law and Order, and that was decades ago. I don't really watch Law and Order. I'm not really much of a TV show person as much as I am a movie person. Well, except for Breaking Bad. That show was fucking awesome, and I still watch it all the time on Netflix. Yeah, I'm not really much of a TV show person as much as I am a movie person. So, there you go on that. Alright, next question comes from Boy Thunder Productions. What is your ranking of the MCU movies so far? Well, with the exception of Ant-Man and the Wasp and Spider-Man Far From Home, because I haven't seen those movies yet. Okay, alright, worst to best. Okay, Thor the Dark World, really forgettable. Really generic villain. Iron Man 2. Okay, Iron Man 2 is not as bad as people make it out to be, but it's still not one of the MCU's best movies. Alright, Captain Marvel. Okay, better than the first two I mentioned, but still nowhere, not even close to being one of the MCU's best movies, but still really enjoyable. See, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Not quite as funny as the first movie. In fact, some of the characters are a bit, out of character. Rocket Raccoon. But it still has some really good moments. I think the best moments is with, Peter and his father. Incredible Hulk. Really, decent follow-up to Iron Man. Thor. Not a pretty good start, for the character. Captain America: The First Avenger, really good start for the character. Oh wait, no, it's called America's Ass now. I'm calling him America's Ass now. Thank you, Endgame for. That's what I'm calling him from now on. Let's see. Ant-Man. Okay, I lined up a lot more on Ant-Man than my other review. I seriously want to move on from those shitty days. Ant-Man is a lot of fun. Of course, all could have been developed more as a villain. It's like a generic power hungry baddie. Okay, Ant-Man. And Spider-Man: Homecoming. Really great, new turn for the character. Tom Holland really brings it as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And Michael Keaton as Vulture. Fucking awesome. I love him. Iron Man 3. I think that movie doesn't get enough credit as has gotten already. Because I think Shane Black really did bring something new to the Iron Man franchise. Now, not as great as. Okay, we'll get to that later, but I think it's still like a really solid entry in the MCU. What's missing? Okay. Memory's not good. Okay, Winter Soldier. That is a terrific second entry in the series. It brings more of like a spy espionage feel to the MCU. I love the Russo brothers for doing that. I think the Russo brothers are the best when it comes to MCU. We're not done yet though. Civil War. Civil War is like a great clash between two sides of the MCU. It introduces Tom Holland as Spider-Man, like a new future for the Spider-Man franchise. Love that. And I'm so glad. Keep Spider-Man in the MCU. Keep him in the MCU. Looking over there. What else is there? Quite a lot. The MCU that have come out. Avengers Endgame. Oh, not Endgame. Duh, what am I saying, you stupid idiot? Avengers Age of Ultron. Okay, I love the movie at first, though, but that was me being a complete fucking twat with superhero movies. Okay, Age of Ultron has quite a number of flaws there. Um, in particular, like, how Ultron appears. He just appears just like that. Not much development. Um, and doesn't not quite as memorable as the first Avengers, which is the next one, the Avengers. The Avengers is a great collaboration of, well, a start of a collaboration of all the heroes from the other movies, with the addition of introduction to Hawkeye. Um, all right, what else is there? Shit. Oh, Doctor Strange. That is a great mind bender movie. It's like Scott Derrickson, made Inception into a comic movie. It's fucking great. I love Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch. First time I hear with an American accent. Okay, actually, I lie. Okay, the first time that was Black Mass, but I really love his accent as Doctor Strange. He really knows how to pull it off. And I really want to see the sequel. Sam Raimi doing the sequel. Holy shit. Kevin Feige, please do not breathe down his neck like Sony breathed down his neck. All right. God, what else is there? Oh yeah, Black Panther. Ryan Coogler. Man, he really brought something, to this world, this race, these characters. Killmonger, one of the best villains of the MCU. Michael B. Jordan was awesome. All right, what else I'm missing? Oh yes, Iron Man, the first Iron Man. That is a great start, a fantastic start to this big franchise. It is absolutely amazing. Loved Iron Man. Jon Favreau, thank you for starting this big universe in such a great way. If Iron Man was a flop, I don't think this franchise would have continued. Um, let's see this. Oh yeah, Horenthal. Or Thor Ragnarok, whatever. I'm calling Horenthal because thank you, Jeremy Johns. Horenthal, a fucking hilarious movie. It's actually a great comedy. A great comedy. I love the duo, the chemistry with with Horror and Thulk as well as Horror and Loki. Absolutely terrific. And then we have Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. These two movies have have really help conclude how the MCU has started. Well, the first three phases have started, and these movies took risks in ways that we never expect. Especially Endgame. Endgame brought me to tears. It's the first ever MCU movie to make me cry, and I love it for that. It is absolutely amazing. Love it. Absolutely. So that's my ranking. I think I missed some, but whatever. Moving on. All right. Aaron Kramers asks, of all the calzones you have in your life, what was the best calzone and your worst? Okay, best calzone, I always go for pepperoni and olive. That is all I will ever order. I don't order anything else. As for the worst, though, that was an accident. Because I always go for pepperoni and olive. Like, people know I go for pepperoni and olive. Like, they bust my balls because they're like, oh, I'm not diversifying my tastes, whatever, like that. Because I'm a basic guy. I don't even have fancy shit. But this cook, accidentally gave me a meat lover's calzone. A calzone with meatballs and all sorts of veggies and shit. And what is this shit? So I didn't even bother eating the rest of it. So I guess that makes it my least favorite calzone. There you go. All right. Tevia Smoka asks, have you seen Castlevania Season 3? No, I have not seen Castlevania Season 3, and in fact, I have not seen Castlevania at all on Netflix, which is, like, I probably should because, Castlevania is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. Back then, when Konami was cool and not a fucking casino company and barely a game company anymore these days. And when they do make games, like actual games, it's just a hollow shell of what Konami used to be. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. There's I couldn't have the time, to watch Castlevania. Oh, I do know is that Castlevania takes place it's based off of Castlevania 3, which is a great NES game, but hard as fuck. Maybe I will get around to watching Castlevania and see what I'm missing out on. I'd rather wait till the series is over, though. That's how I am with TV shows. I like to wait till it's over and then binge watch it. That's how I am with TV shows. Alright, final question comes from Barbaro Studios. Since we went over your favorite Flicks with the Dicks moment, what is your favorite Flicks with the Dicks episode? Episode 60, where we played Rotten or Fresh with the O'Toole brothers. I'm so glad I actually get to play that game with these guys. It's too bad, I won't get to play the actual show itself because, I don't know, a bunch of fucking twats kind of ruined the show. But I had so much fun playing that game with Jerome and Gary. Even though Jerome kicked our asses, whatever. But it was such a great time. I love, it's just the fun of play, the joy of being able to play Rotten or Fresh. Even though I'm gonna play the real deal on their own channel, it was on Gary's channel, but we still got to have fun playing it. It was so great. I still got the fun playing it, and so yeah, to me that's my favorite Flicks episode. All right, and that wraps up for this week's Q&A. If you got any questions, please ask one question regarding to video games, movies, anime, music, and TV shows, and all other stuff. So that's it. That's going to be it for this week's episode. I'm Smart3, and I'll see you guys next time.